What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. I'm doing a video now, audio message, another audio message. Honestly, it's just because, I was just retracing my steps on my twin flame reunion. Like how I met the woman of my dreams, the love of my life. And like it was in such a magical way, honestly. Like, it felt the most real. It felt the most like the most loyalty, the most commitment that I've ever seen from any woman. And I'm gonna tell y'all just a simple summary of how I met her. And it's something. It was like a Cinderella story. Honestly, that's what they say. Your twin flame is supposed to be like the Cinderella, like the shoe fits and it just works out, and it's just another you know what I mean, in another time and space. And for me, that's basically what it was. So basically what happened with me and my twin flame, like, she had found me through my mentor's videos, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. Like, I'm pretty sure I had commented on one of her videos, or on one of his videos, on one of my mentor's videos, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters. He's a vegan of like 18, 19 years. So he's been doing it for a while. He has a big community of people that he's inspiring. And, it's easy for people to meet, and connect. So basically, I commented on one of his videos or whatever. And then she saw it. And then she ended up following me. And then she had been subscribed to me since day one, basically. Since I started this whole plant-based journey. She saw, me with my partners, on YouTube, the different exes, women that didn't work out, who I'm not meant to be with, karmic relationships, toxic, traumatic relationships that I no longer have to worry about or focus on, and I know it's not meant to be with me. She saw me go through all that. She saw me doing the independent contractor work, Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Instacart, Amazon Flex, all that. She saw me doing all that, posting those videos on YouTube, because she talked to me about it on the phone and in real life, telling me she's seen that, she knows about it. I helped her to get on board with doing that and just inspired to keep doing it, But anyways, like, she had been following me on YouTube. She followed me or subscribed to me on YouTube through my mentor, basically, because I was in the comments. And then, we didn't talk or anything. We didn't have each other on social media. We didn't have each other's number or anything. We didn't even know each other. I wasn't even focused on her. She wasn't really focused on me, but she was still watching my videos and listening to me and supporting, And I was still figuring myself out. You know what I'm saying? Hoping for that love. Little did I know that she was the love that I needed, So anyways, like, I remember, like, after I got out of jail, like, so she wasn't commenting or anything really on any of my videos. So I didn't even know who she was and that she was out there, but she knew that I was there. She was supporting me without me knowing her, So that's what happened. And then I got locked up for like 6 months. Then I got out, and then I started making some videos where I was real big, a lot heavier, because I gained a lot of weight in jail because I was depressed and I was on medicine. I was eating junk food and I was real depressed. No sunlight, no running, no walking, none of that. So I was real depressed and I picked on weight. And I started uploading videos, and then she commented on one of my videos, like a real long comment, saying that she's seen my journey. She's seen me be with my different partners, and she knows what it's like to only want the simple things. And it was just like a real heartfelt message, a real deep comment. And I screenshot it. It was a real long comment, like very long, many paragraphs of just love, in a supportive, healthy way. And then for that, I was like, wow. And then I subscribed to her, and I saw some of her videos, and I was like, okay, cool. This is my tribe right here. It's not a lustful feeling. You know what I'm saying? It's not a quick hookup feeling. This is a real whole woman. You know what I'm saying? That's why the vibes I got from her. But like, still, she didn't have that many videos up, not near as many as videos I did. And then I didn't know her social media. I didn't know her number, but I was like, okay, I just know somehow it's going to work out if I just keep uploading. I'm going to connect with who I'm supposed to be with, and I ended up taking a break, actually, after I got out of jail and I was uploading a little bit. I was depressed because I was having to check in. I was on medication. I was having to check in, to get this whole case dismissed and stuff like that. I was doing everything I could to just do the right thing and, get everything dismissed, and get this out of my worries, So I was kind of depressed and I wasn't doing really what I love all the way. And I stopped uploading videos for like 9 or 10 months, almost a year. And then eventually she had commented, like one girl like that I don't know, someone like some female, she commented, some subscriber, she commented on my video, one of my most recent videos like that I had done before I took a 10-month break. I took a 10-month break, and then I had a subscriber, she was asking where am I okay, is everything fine, kind of like she was worried about me, because it had been a while. She noticed another break because I already took the break from when I was in jail for 6 months, and then I was back, and then she was probably thinking something else happened, but really I just took a break. I was just working and hanging out with homeboys and, trying to date here and there, like little dates, nothing serious, and, just get my mind right. And I was just depressed. And then when I saw, like, she left that comment, and then my twin flame left a comment too. She was just asking, she was saying, oh, yeah. She left a comment saying, oh, girl, he's fine. Check Instagram, check his Father's Day photo, check his Father's Day post, hit him up on Instagram, and like I had posted for Father's Day with my dad, and then my twin flame, she commented, with some love, saying, oh, get back to YouTube, let people know you're okay, so that's something that I noticed. I was like, wow, she actually supported me, through the phone without me even knowing her, without me even touching her or seeing her or anything like that. She was encouraging me to get back and saying that people care about me. While I was doubting myself, I was doubting just because I didn't have a million subscribers and a Rolls Royce and, a Rolex watch. I was thinking that I wasn't good enough. I was thinking that my work didn't matter and nobody cared. And that's why I stopped uploading, honestly, because I wasn't getting that recognition and appreciation I really wanted, but I would see small instances of people showing love. And this was a big instance of love. So when I saw my twin flame commented on my photo saying, oh, get back to YouTube, we miss you, show people that you're okay, and then also I saw that she commented also under the other girl's comments, telling the other girl that I'm okay, telling me that Sky is okay, that he just posted on Instagram, he's going to be back on YouTube, everything's going to be good, this and that. And I responded to both of them saying, hey, I'm coming back, stay tuned, I'm going to upload some videos. So, yeah. And like, I ended up sending a DM to my twin flame after she sent that comment on my Instagram. When she saw my Instagram photo, she commented, and then I ended up DMing her on Instagram, sending her a DM, and she didn't get back to me for a month, about a month. And she was like, hey, love. And that's when I started making my video, or getting back onto the videos, and she liked that, she commented, saying, oh, welcome back, friend, welcome back, love, to my YouTube. And that's why I really liked to know that someone was actually paying attention to me and actually cared about me and accepted me and loved me, for me, and love my mind. That's why I really appreciate. That's worth more than money to me, honestly. That for me to have a woman that actually will give a fuck about me, that will actually care about me, that will actually accept me and watch me, listen to me, and I'll do the same for her. That's priceless. That's all I need. But anyways, I sent her a DM after I connected the dots that she was the same person, that she also had been following me on YouTube too, And now she has me on Instagram. So I was like, hey, let me follow her. Her page was private, you know. And I sent her a DM. And I sent her a direct message on Instagram. And she responded a month later. And it's, you know, life happens. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't expecting nothing. She wasn't expecting much. I wasn't expecting much. I was like, okay, I'll be patient. You know, and I didn't blow her up or anything. I just sent her one message saying greetings. You know, greetings. That's it. I said that to my twin flame to start off the direct message. You know, after she had been showing love on my comments on YouTube and Instagram. So I sent her a message. And then saying greetings. And she said, oh, hey, love. You know, a month later, she said, hey, love. You know, sorry, I'm just not seeing this. I'm just not getting back to you. You know, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, you know. And I'm like, how are you? Are you eating your fruit today? Because I had seen her fruit videos where she was eating fruit. And I asked her about that. And she's like, oh, I eat fruit every day. Like this, she responded like the next day, you know, after this. And then we had a little conversation. This is all when I'm planning to go, when I'm getting ready to go to my grandma's house last year. You know, in Illinois, in a small town. I went to visit my grandma for her 99th birthday, you know, and this is also the same state where my twin flame is from, Illinois, you know, so like, I didn't know that she was living there, that my twin flame was going to be living there, you know, but anyways, I didn't know any of this information. I just knew that I was getting ready to leave for Illinois and I was already on the way, you know, so basically throughout this conversation through DM, through me and my twin flame, when we were first talking, like, she ended up video calling me, video chat on Instagram. And I didn't get the notification. I didn't see the notification because I was in transit. I was commuting with my parents to Illinois. And we stopped at a hotel on the way in Arkansas, you know. And we stopped there. And when I got settled, situated, about to go to sleep, you know, getting freshened up and everything for bed, you know, in my bed, my parents had their bed, you know, like I checked my phone, I saw that I had a missed call on Instagram, you know, a video call from her, my twin flame. So she called me and I responded back to her saying, hey, sorry I missed your call. You know, I have been traveling, you know, I'm in another place right now. I'm in a hotel, you know, and I was telling her that and telling her that, hey, we'll talk later, you know. Then I went to sleep and I woke up and I didn't get a message from her, but I still knew, I was like, hey, you know, just based on how things are, you know, she probably has been through some stuff, you know, let me show her that I really care. So that's why I told her, my bad, I missed your call. Sorry, I missed your call. You know, we will talk later, you know, and I really meant that. You know, when I say it, I mean it. So I followed up with her saying, what's your sign? You know, because I was curious to know what her astrology sign was. Then she told me her sign. I told her my sign, you know, and then she sent me like a motivational post, like a godly motivational post. I liked it. And then after that, she sent me like a hippie bus, like a Volkswagen hippie van, a Volkswagen hippie bus, hippie van, whatever. That the hippies travel in, you know, you go on road trips with, you know, just be free. You know what I'm saying? Those hippie Volkswagen vans, buses. You know what I'm talking about. The old school 70s buses or whatever. You know, she sent me one of those because I guess she saw it. And I was like, wow, that's dope. You know, let's get one. You know, and then she was like happy because I like that too. And then she ended up calling me. And this is all like, while we're chatting, this is all when I'm having my trip to visit my grandma for her 99th birthday, you know. And she called me, my twin flame called me, and this is when I've already arrived in the town of where my grandma lives, or where my grandma's from, where my grandma was at, you know, at 99 years old. And it's a small town, so it has bad signal. You know, we didn't have Wi-Fi either at my grandma's house, you know, like nobody was living there. You know what I'm saying? She was staying in a nursing home, you know, like the house is just clean and kept for if family wants to stay there, you know, but she don't stay there. But anyways, this is a time where I'm already arrived in Illinois, you know what I'm saying? And it's bad signal, bad phone reception, no Wi-Fi, you know, small town, barely any people, a few thousand people, whatever. You know, it's a big difference than where I'm from, Dallas, you know. It's a big contrast from 1 million people down to only a few thousand people. So it's a big contrast. But anyways, I'm here, and my twin flame, she ended up calling me again on video chat on Instagram. And this time I answered, and we talked for like a couple minutes, but like the quality was so bad, you know, like we couldn't really see each other. It kept being pixelated and glitchy and breaking up and everything. So I ended up just being like, hey, you know, I'm in a small city. I'm in a small town. Sorry for the bad phone reception, phone signal. I have bad phone signal. You know, here's my number. Text me. You know, thank you for calling. You know, I was letting her know, thank you for calling. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the call. You know, because I hadn't had that. You know what I mean? In a while. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for the love. I'm grateful for a beautiful woman to want to talk to me. You know, us be on the same page, and I could feel her energy. I knew it was her. You know, and then I sent her my number, and then basically the rest was history. You know what I mean? She texted me. We were texting back. You know, I was at my grandma's house with my parents, you know, for a few days, you know, almost a week or so. You know, so I was there for a few days, and me and my twin flame, like, you know, we were talking through the phone. You know what I mean? Like, I would go outside and we talked on the phone for the first time. And it was cool. It was bad phone signal, but it was still cool. Like, it was just, I felt her soul, her spirit, you know what I mean? Her richness within, you know, through the phone screen and on the phone call. And I was like, wow, you know, this is a godly woman. This is a woman I really need to be in my life. You know, I'm grateful for you. And I haven't even met you. You know, I love you and I haven't even met you. I don't even know you. And that's what happened. And like, she ended up just, and like, she ended up telling me where she was at in Illinois, and like, I was like, oh, she didn't tell me where she was at. I told her where I was at. I was like, oh yeah, I'm here. You know, I'm here. I made it. You know, I'm in this part of this town. You know, with my family. Yep, I'm here. You know, and like, she was like, wow, you gonna, like, we talked a lot too, you know, getting to know each other, talking about different stuff, what we're into and everything. We just clicked, you know, you know, and we also had like similar work schedules too. That's why it works so well. But anyways, it clicked, and like, she was like, you gonna make me, well, at first, yeah, we're just getting to know each other, you know, just saying different things, and just, you know, we had to push some of the doubts to the side, you know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing each other and, you know, age difference or whatever, you know, like, we had to push all that to the side, you know, like, and just believe in love. And that's what I did, you know what I mean? I didn't care that she was a little older than me, you know what I mean? I know she's still beautiful. I know she's still looking younger than most people, you know, her age. You know, I know she's looking very young. You know, I know she's my twin. I know she's my mirror. I know we the same, you know, so that's why I felt the energy, and she was always working out, running and stuff. But anyways, like, she ended up saying she's going to come visit me, you know, like, while I was there visiting my grandma. She was like, oh, okay, since you're in the same state as me, I'm going to come visit you. You know, you're going to make me come visit you. And that's what happened, you know, like, she was saying, like, I sent her the address of my grandma's house, and I was like, hey, you know, I got one more day here. You know, I was telling her, because, like, at the beginning, like, I thought we were going to leave one day. My parents, like, my dad told me that we were going to leave to go back home the next day or something like that. And then I was like, dang, okay, I guess that's it, you know. But then we actually got to stay a whole nother day, so that gave us more time. So I ended up telling her when I ended up telling my twin flame when I was truly going to be leaving, you know, the new day that we're going to be going back home, back to Dallas, you know, back to the Lone Star State, Texas, you know, like, and I told her what day we were coming back home, and, you know, she was like, man, you're going to make me come and see you, before you leave, while you're here close to me. And she ended up doing that. She drove over 5 hours to see me, one way. And she got here and, she met my family. She met my aunt. She met my parents. She was in my grandma's house, that's been there for several years, decades, that old house. And she got to see all my pictures of my baby pictures and my family's pictures, all my relatives and everything. And me and her hit it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we hit it off. Like, we clicked, like she still is always going to be so beautiful and gorgeous. And she was just beautiful. One of the most beautiful woman I've seen. I remember what she was wearing. I remember what I was wearing. And we went in her car and we just drove off and we parked and we just sat and talked, at night, before I had to leave the next day. And we talked and we caught up with everything. And she even had a little bit of weed, for us to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Some cannabis, some ganja. And it's legal out there. You know what I'm saying? In Illinois. So that's why I was like, wow, cool. I can enjoy this even more, out here. She had it and she brought it for me. And I didn't even have any while I was there with my parents, because my parents, they don't believe in weed. They're closed-minded towards it. They were telling me don't bring any contraband or any weed on this trip, and you can't go to any dispensary while you're here, because you didn't drive here and it's not your money and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, whatever, but she was like Cinderella and she knew what I love. She knows I love that good ganja, the herbs, healing, meditation. And she had that surprise for me. That was the icing on top of the cake. So we talked, we got to know each other and smoked a little bit for like an hour or two, in her car basically. And then I ended up going back home, back to my grandma's house. And, since it was our first night meeting each other, and I didn't want her driving back, and she was going to drive back 5 hours overnight, after she just drove 5 hours here. So, my parents didn't know her. This was my first time meeting my twin flame and her, whatever. So she just slept in her car. She already had been living like a nomad and prepared to be like a nomad and everything. So that was nothing to her. So she just slept out in front of the driveway, in front of the house, while I slept inside. And, I went to sleep knowing that the next day I was going to go back home, away from my twin flame, back home to the South, and I wanted to wake up early before we started packing up, or before we started driving back home. So I woke up early, and me and my twin flame, we walked, like at night before we went to sleep, the first night that we met, we walked up and down the street, it's in a small town, a small city, and that's where I'm from, where my grandma's from, and that's where we met at, me and my twin flame. She came to visit me, and we walked up and down the street of houses where my grandma lives. My grandma's house is at, and it's so peaceful and quiet. You see all the types of animals, and it's so pure and fresh, and it's so quiet. There's no sirens, there's no garbage trucks, there's no just junk noise, distracting noise, annoying noise. It was actually so quiet and beautiful. You can see all the stars and everything because it's out in the country. It's only a few thousand people there. Everybody knows everybody. It's much more peaceful than in these busy, chaotic, crowded cities. But anyways, it was just so magical and beautiful. And my twin flame, as we were walking up and down the street, talking, getting to know each other, she asked me to hold her hand, and I did, and I'll never forget that. And that just felt so amazing. I felt so worthy. I felt like a king. I felt like a god. I felt on top of the world, with this beautiful woman, of my dreams that just came here, investing her time into me. And I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you. And I'm still grateful for her, and like, I appreciate that. And, like I said, we talked for a while, like an hour or two. She basically drove, just like my mentor said. He said, be with the one that would drive 5 hours just to see you for like one. And that's what she did. You know, she drove 5 hours to literally see me for about an hour or two, you know, before I went to sleep, you know. And then in the morning, she slept out in the driveway before she had to head back home to get back to drive 5 hours back to go north, you know, back to her house and back to work and everything, back to reality for both of us. I had to get back to work, you know, I had to get back home. My parents had to get back home, you know. But in that morning before we started driving back home, before both of us ended up driving back to where we had to get back home, you know, after our little meeting each other for the first time, you know, we talked, and it was just so cool, you know. I gave her like a little peck, a little tiny kiss on the cheek. I tried to, you know, I didn't want to force it, you know what I'm saying? But she felt on my beard and everything before we parted ways. And I really liked how she was running her fingers through my beard, and it just felt so magical. And I was like, wow, this is like a dream come true. This is like a movie, you know. And like, you know, I told her goodbye, you know, I'll see her next time, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to talking to her. I didn't know if I was ever going to see her again. I didn't know what the future held, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just making the most of it, and I was glad I manifested that, for someone to come down and visit me like that, you know. I was so grateful, and I was so shocked and thankful and astonished, and I still am. And I was like, wow, you know, I hope I see you again. I'm praying I see you again. I'm praying to be with you. You know, and that's basically what happened. You know, like, you know, we said goodbye, you know what I'm saying? And we texted and we called each other. And when I got home back to Dallas, and when she got home back to where she's at in Illinois, you know, like, we still talked. We talked basically for every day. We texted, and we grew in love. You know, we clicked. We were sending each other meal recipes, or we were sending each other food, what we were eating every day, you know, like the vegan food, the fruits, the vegetables, you know, the snacks, the vegan snacks, the plant-based snacks, you know, always sending that to each other, gravitating towards each other, you know, just we clicked, you know, we click, always having this great vibes towards each other. And that's what it was, you know, like, that's how it is forever, you know. And like, that's how I knew she's the one. And like, we ended up staying in contact all the time. And then like, you know, it was just cool. We just stayed in contact all the time. And then eventually we grew so much talking all the time on the phone through that month. For about a month after we first met, we stayed on the phone talking every day, you know. She would, like, we had the same work schedule too. She was working a different job, I was working a different job, but we still were both working part-time, and we're working towards the end of the night, you know, for a few hours. So we would basically get off at the same time and go in at the same time. And like, it was just perfect. You know, we were able to talk and say goodnight to each other and talk in the morning as we work out and get our stuff done for the day. You know, it worked out perfectly. You know, it could not have worked out any better way. And it was just true commitment, true love. It is true love. And eventually she was like, hey, you know, I'm going to come down. I'm going to come to Dallas, and I'm going to spend time with you. I'm going to live with you. You know, and that's what happened, you know. And I'll continue more on the rest. You know what I'm saying? On some other videos. It's getting kind of a long video, but yeah, like, I may be physically separated from my twin flame at this moment, you know. I may be in the bed alone right now at this moment, but I know that I am worthy to be in her presence, and I will always be reunited with her, and we will stay together forever, and she will come back soon, you know. So I'm just saying, I'm grateful for her. I love her a lot, and I'm thankful for her. You know, you're a blessing. You're a gift from God. And let's both see each other as equal. Let's both honor each other. Let's both appreciate, love, and respect each other and care for each other forever. And let's have a beautiful family. Let's put our differences to the side and let's make this work. You know, this is just 30 minutes of what I got to talk about. You know, I could talk for days about my twin flame, about my love. You know, I'm just telling you about how me and my twin flame met. So that's how we met, you know. It was through a mentor, a conscious mentor who is in the vegan community, and I commented. She saw my comment, then she was supporting for years. You know, she had been following me for years. And then finally I connected the dots, and, you know, she comments on my stuff, on my photos, comments on my YouTube videos, and I followed her back and everything. And then it just worked out godly. Like, what are the odds of all that working together so divinely, so perfectly, without even planning? You know what I mean? It was just so in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So, like, impromptu, as she said. So divine timing. You know, that was God's timing, God's speed. You know, like how all that worked, like how she was responding to me, you know, and how I responded to her, and how we both chose to come together, and how we both chose to see each other, and how we both chose to invest in each other. And I had some gifts from her. I had some plant-based vegan snacks for her, some dried fruit, you know what I mean, some cold pressed juice. Whenever she came to visit me for the first time, I had some food for her, some snacks, and she had some coconut water for me, you know, and I'll never forget that. She had the coconut water for me, and I got her some fruit, I got her some cold pressed juice, I got her some like plantain chips and some nuts, some like almonds, and some green pea crisps, and some dried strawberries and dried mango, and just stuff like that. And she just loved that, you know, and like it just flowed. It just worked out so amazing. And it's not perfect. You know, this is just when we met each other without a mask on, without, you know, seeing each other's shadow side and ugly moments and living together and everything. But it's just a beautiful thing when you first meet, you know, and I'm just saying it's a Cinderella story, you know, the Cinderella story. So, yeah. Thank you for listening. And yeah, I'll share more in the future whenever I gotta share more. Maybe I'll do a part 2. You know, I'll probably do a part 2, but that's what I gotta say. You know, this is the Cinderella story, you know. You'll know the one because of their actions. So this by far was the biggest investment from a woman that I've had. So I was like, wow, you know, this is so magical, just how everything was. You know what I'm saying? Like how it all just aligned. You know what I mean? I wasn't too invested in her. She wasn't too invested in me. We both just naturally came together. You know, like I was trying to date other girls or whatever. Nothing serious, but like, you know, I was still working. I was just believing that, hey, one day I'm going to manifest. One day I'm going to have the woman of my dreams. And it's going to be amazing. We both going to be on the same page. And that's what happened. So it's possible. So thank y'all for listening. Y'all have a great night, great day. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. DM me and follow me on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity. YouTube.com/Help Make a Difference. Cash App donations are appreciated. $Sky Blackwell, $SkyBlackwell, $Sky Blackwell. Thank you for the Cash App donations. Like this video if you support the truth and the real. Like this video if you support the real. And drop a comment of gratitude and appreciation. Y'all have a great day. Tell me how you met your twin flame and your twin flame love. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.